He's a jolly good fella. But goodbye, Klopp. Goodbye.
On the plot Malaysia.
Hello, welcome to the Plot Malaysia. This is the show for the fans.
By the fans.
Looks like Hari is walking alone after the news that it came out to light. With Jurgen Klopp's resigning from the club. So, Hari, what do we have in store for this evening? And of course, a lot of Liverpool fans are sad. What do you think?
No, I mean, to be honest, we're obviously going to talk about Jurgen Klopp's announcement, the sudden announcement on his departure at the end of the season, guys. So, so we're going to talk about that. I mean, to be honest, I'm lost for words till today. It's been 3 days. To be honest, for a couple of days, we delayed the show for a couple of days because I really wasn't in the mood of speaking. I didn't know what to say. But hopefully I've got a few more words today in honor of the legend, the normal one, the guy who's probably the best manager we've ever had. Hopefully we want to give him, we want to dedicate this show to him. But we're not alone in doing so. We've got someone joining us, one of our regulars, Liverpool fan, hardcore Liverpool fan, Mr. Samson.
Hey, hi guys.
Welcome to the Plot Malaysia.
Thanks.
Why are you in total darkness, Samson? Are you scared?
Yeah, Samson, you're in darkness, lah.
I am in darkness. Okay, let's see if I can fix this up. Okay, does it look good? So it's fine.
Why try to show your face, lah? I can't believe you're dead set. Is it?
Yeah.
Klopp is leaving or something like that. Come on, man.
Let there be light.
I still can't see you, lah, bro.
Still can't see me, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
While waiting for Samson to sort this technical difficulty over here, of course, for me personally as a United fan, of course, it's news that is shocking, but at the same time, of course, I'm happy because the greatest rival Liverpool is losing one of their greatest managers who brought them awake from hiding, got them their first Premier League trophy after 30 years. I think there's a lot of achievements that Klopp did for Liverpool, Harry, and I think you must be very proud. And this must be a very, very testing times for Liverpool. And hopefully, you guys must be hoping that he would change his decision. Don't you think?
No, I mean, I'm not hopeful of that. Klopp is if you know Klopp well enough, having managed this for a period of time, I think Samson, you may want to log off and log in again, lah.
Sure.
Maybe it's a technical glitch, lah. Let's see if that works.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I know Klopp well enough in 8 years or so, he's a man who thinks things through. Once he's made his decision up, a decision like that, he's not going back on it. He's thought through it properly. He's discussed it. He's made his mind up. And he actually very clearly mentioned in the press conference when a reporter put it to him that, Sir Alex Ferguson resigned halfway through the season and then changed his mind. Will you do something like that? And he was like, no way. It's not him. I've made my mind up. I'm not going to do it. So, that's the way Klopp is. So, there's no hope that he's going to change his mind. Samson, we can finally see you. Man.
Light at the end of the tunnel.
Tunnel, exactly. As I was saying, so we're not hopeful that he's going to change his mind or anything like that. And it's one of those things. Life goes on. There's no one bigger than the club, as the saying goes. But I mean, we want to honor, like I said, we want to use this, to be honest, to speak a little bit more about Klopp himself and what he means to the club and us fans. And then probably later part of the show just to talk about what's next as well for the club itself. But Samson, I mean, give us your thoughts, bro. When this news broke on Friday, what were you doing, firstly? Because I know what I was doing. And then how did you react to it? And what are your thoughts now, a couple of days after that?
I think I was probably, I was out. I was actually out. I can't remember where about. I think somewhere towards the late evening. I got the news by when I was, of course, scrolling through social media and stuff like that. I was like, why are these people posting these kind of things? And so I actually went and dug deeper and found out that, wow, it's actually really true. So, I mean, shock how the news came out, how Klopp actually decided to go about it. He had an interview. He didn't even tell them what it was about, and he actually just poured it out. He shared what he was in his mind and stuff like that. I think I was shocked in that respect. But to be honest, I was actually I wasn't expecting it. I was actually hoping that every time he stays longer, because Klopp has never actually he's never told that he's going to be here forever, or he has
Yep.
never given us that assurance, right? If anything, he has actually hinted that it's not good. There it will come a day where he may leave,
Yep.
and he said that, but he said he will leave us in a very good condition. So he's kind of hinted at that, right? But of course, I was really hoping and praying that every year that ends, I was like, okay, please renew, please stay on another year, yeah, right? But so happened 2024 is the year he announced it, and what are you gonna do?
Yeah, man. All, as I say, like, all good things come to an end. Very difficult to accept. Very shocking. Very devastating. I think it's more because of the character of the guy, man. People
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
obviously, a fantastic manager, right? World
yeah,
class manager. He's fought like crazy with Pep Guardiola over the years.
yes,
He's won us everything from the team that he inherited, man. We were freaking like, I don't know, seventh in the league. We just lost the year before to Stoke 6-1 or something like that. And to
yes,
pick that
yes,
team up, I mean, there's there's that image that still goes around, right? The first starting lineup that he inherited. And if you look at that squad, you put your hands in your head, man. You wonder how he's taken that to what it is now. So I mean, unbelievable manager. But I tell you what stands out for me, and why it's so difficult to accept sometimes. Why it's not
yeah,
difficult to accept, but why it's so painful is the human being this guy is, man. He
yeah,
seems like a fantastic human being, a fantastic bloke, a father-like figure. He cares about the community. He cares about people. He cares about family. He cares about his players. He's just like,
yeah,
I mean, like what he said, like he's a normal one, like, and he really meant it. He's really like a normal dude. Uh,
yeah,
and so I think when the news broke for me as well, Sam, I don't know what it was. When it broke for me, I was stunned. Obviously, my WhatsApp went crazy, and then I started searching, and I found out it's
yeah,
true. And then things start going in your mind. Why is he left now? Did he have a falling out with someone? Maybe with the players? Did he have a falling out with the owners? Maybe because they always say, right, with FSG and
yeah.
all. So
Exactly,
you
yeah,
thought, yeah, you start thinking, was it that? What the hell was it? And then suddenly you see that interview, man, that 30 minutes interview or something that he did, and then you're like, you know what, fair play, I accept the decision. Jurgen Klopp, you deserve to walk out with your head held high, like, because he very clearly mentions in that interview
yeah,
why, right? And it's so genuine, man. It's not like something he faked out. It's just like you could see in his face, man, like
yes,
I'm running out. You feel, and you always feel sympathy for the guy because he says, I'm running out of energy. I just want to live a normal life. And
yeah,
you're like, you know what? Fair play, like, dude. You've given your life and your blood and sweat and tears to us. Go and enjoy your life now. Go and relax. So that was my
yeah,
thoughts. I thought that interview is what made me accept things and made me feel like, you know what, dude, well deserved. And you deserve the break, like, because
yeah,
it looks like he really feels like he's run out of energy. And you look at the guy, and that's the other thing about him, right? About how selfless he is, man. He's thinking about the team
mm,
before himself, the club before himself, right? He's saying, I'm running out of energy, and I don't want to be in a situation where I'm managing the team and I don't have the energy to drive this team. So he's
yes,
again thinking about the
yes,
team. He's thinking about the club. I can't do this job if I'm not at full capacity. So if I'm not at full capacity, I'm screwing the
yeah,
team up. And these guys will never fire me because obviously I'm so revered here. So I have to step down. So
yeah.
that's what it comes across in the interview. He's so selfless as well, man.
Yeah, yeah, but just on that, since you brought it up, right? I mean, to be honest, we don't know for sure. He has said those things. Like, I mean, he's talked about it. He said the pressure, and he said that he don't know if he can handle it
You
anymore and
feel there's
stuff like
more to it,
that.
Samson. You feel there's more to it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So to my thoughts were when I saw that. Yes, I saw him being genuine and things like that. But I also saw the human side where that because when you look at Klopp, how passionate he is. If you look at some of his reactions, how he grinds his teeth when he's mad,
Yep.
and he's shouting at the players, and his eyeballs is like coming out of his head. He actually, if you think about it, there's only a certain extent that human being can take those kind of pressure. And the reason why he puts so much of pressure on himself is because he's so passionate about the club.
Yep.
He's so passionate about football itself. That and he's so passionate about making sure his players play the way he wants them to play and to really shine. So you can see, I'm sure we'll talk about young players like Conor Bradley and things like that, how he wants them to really come up the ranks and really do well. He's not one of those who will spend hundreds of millions and buy players. So but the thing is that's him. He's just so passionate, but we don't know behind the scenes as well from a health perspective. It really take a toll on him. And he did mention that, I don't know, I read this somewhere, that his wife, last year he wanted to actually step down, but his wife...
Yeah, I read that as well. The wife convinced him to stay till this year, right? Yep.
Exactly. Ulla, convinced him to stay for another year. And I think, so if she can do that, if nothing at all, I think if there's, like what Ram said, there's nothing else behind the scene, that's happening. I'm sure, his family would have seen how well is how he's being treated in Liverpool, and how well is he doing, and how well is he being respected here. I'm sure they would have told him something, but I think there's something else there, and they are concerned for him. He's concerned as well, and when he said that, I felt I was concerned for him. I was you know what, take a break, it's okay, relax.
Exactly. I felt the same, and maybe it's time, right? Because he clearly said, right, I'm never going to manage any other club in England again.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, he said that. I saw that part where he said that. Yeah.
And I actually feel, right, if he even goes back into management, I feel he won't manage a club again. I think he's going to go into the German national team, and I think that will suit him. I think it will suit him because it won't be the pressure.
You will love that. You will love that, Hari.
Yeah, because he of course. But the main thing is, he won't be handling the daily pressures, man, of day-to-day management at club level, and maybe that was getting to him already, because he's such a passionate guy. It maybe was impacting his energy levels, his health, and all already. So I actually think a national team job would probably suit him well. The other thing, man,
he should come manage Malaysia or Singapore or something like that. That would be good.
Oh, man.
He could
hey, don't condemn Malaysia, bro. Don't condemn Malaysia. We got a point against South Korea, dude.
No. I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy with that. Yeah, but off topic, but I'm very, very happy with that. You have no idea.
No, the other thing I'll say, right? I've been talking about the selfless nature of him again, right? The fact that his wife as well, Ulla, and him, managed to convince him, or whatever it was. The fact that, because any other manager, you think about it, he's suddenly got a team now that's flying, man. It's flying. It's so young. It's like the average age is like 20 years old half the time we play. It's got talent all over the place coming from the academy. Everyone he picks up in the academy and puts there as a superstar. So you will think any other manager, right, inheriting this now will say, you know what, I'm going to stay on 2-3 years. I'm going to make sure I get the most out of this. That I can enjoy the fruits of this. But he's like, you know what? I've got them back to where they should be at the top, and I want to leave now when I'm handing over the team.
Leave on a high. Leave on a high, but also handing over the team in the best possible shape to the new manager. And I thought that is really selfless, man. Like, you know what? Fair play to him, lah.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, okay, let's say if you put yourself as a manager, you built the club, you bought the players, you actually built in the philosophy, the style of football, style of play. It actually, it's to me, I don't know about anyone else, but to me, I find that it's a pride that I take with me, and it's very hard for me to let go of that, whatever you want to call it, the baby or whatever it is, it's your child, that you have actually nurtured and grow, and for him, as you said, very selfless for him to actually let go of the team when they are at their high. When I look at the team now, right, off with the Jordan Hendersons and the Fabinhos and all the others that has actually, left, and they've done as well. But, this is a young team. As you said, the average team is still, very young. The age is still young, and he's willing to let it go to someone when we are on our high, I would say, and we are in all the competitions actually at the moment, right? We're in the final of the Carabao Cup, we are still in the FA Cup, we are leading the league at the moment, we're in the Europa League, unlike some people who got knocked out of Champions League, but we are still in Europe, so that's what I'm ready to say. But
this is your moment. You're talking about club. Don't talk about me.
They could have finished in third place and joined us in Europa League, but still they got knocked out. They got fourth, then they got knocked out. But I'm not blaming names.
Shut up. Shut up, Samson. Talk about go topic. Don't go off topic, Samson.
But to be honest with you,
I think
let's
deep down now he deep down he's wishing the Botta resign lah. Not he was hoping he's Botta resign lah.
Yes, the thing is, when you look at it now, this news, right? I mean, to me also, when I look at it, it can also spark an inspiration to the team to win everything.
Yeah, I agree.
Because now it's like, let's play it for the gaffer, right? Let's give it our all. He's going to go, and I'm telling you, I feel that you're gonna find people who like Van Dijk starting to really go up in form. He's going to take the charge and lead the teams. You're going to see some new and upcoming leaders in the team as well. You're going to see some people really firing at all fronts. You can see a clear example, Curtis Jones, out of nowhere.
What a form he's on.
He is a tremendous form, man.
Baller,
and like I said, people coming from an academy, Conor Bradley and things like that.
Oh my God, what a player.
Joe Gomez is in a form of his life, and things like this. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, I think that news could be, and I think I read this somewhere because of what Jurgen Klopp did. I read this somewhere. Alex Ferguson actually did a U-turn many years ago.
Yes. He said he won't do it. But
I don't think he's going to do it. But, if we win everything, never say never, right? Let's see.
I just don't think he's the type of guy like he will never. He'll probably win. He'll probably win everything, and then he'll say, "You know what? I'm leaving on the high," and then he'll go lah. That's the way he is lah. But you're talking about the team, right? Look at the state of the team he's leaving it in, man. It's got at least 5 years in it, maybe 6 years in it, because they're so young, right? You've got Van Dijk is slightly on the age, but he's the experienced guy. But Trent is 25 in the form of his life. We've got Konate, who's 23, 24 on form of his life. Kwanzaa. My God, this 20-year-old defender seems like he's like 27. He what is he worth now, man? For me, he's worth like 60, 70 million pounds, dude, that Kwanzaa guy. Terrific, like 20 years from the academy as well. And then you got to remember, we had Trent injured at points this season. We had Gomez, Robertson injured, Simicas injured. We didn't have a left back. We had Trent injured. We didn't have a right back. And we had Joe Gomez, an unorthodox left guy playing on left back, and Conor Bradley playing right. And we still kept winning every game. We had Endo, who was like our standout number 6 in December, go for the Asian Cup. We had Salah go for the AFCON, and everyone said Liverpool will fall apart. And basically, we've won every game since those guys have been away, with McAllister and Jota playing on that side. And so you look at the team, the depth of this team, man. And then over the weekend, yesterday's game, man, we had Robertson finally come back, Szoboszlai come back, Trent come back. And then you think about, this team has still got yet in reserve Thiago Alcantara to come back, Stefan Bajcetic still to come back. Wow. And then you've got this young guy, Conor Bradley, man, who for me, he is going to be a superstar, this guy, bro, because I look at him, right? He's playing right back, but I read an article somewhere, Samson, it's very interesting. I read an article somewhere and it made me think, when he was in Northern Ireland growing up, one of his managers back then in the youth system said that he's an outstanding player, but he said if he moves into central midfield, he will go up 10 notches, because he said this guy will be like a Steven Gerrard in midfield. And it made me think, he's very similar, bro. You look at his height, you look at the way he plays, he defends full throttle, he goes forward full, he got a good range of passes in him. He's proper box to box. And it reminded me of a young Steven Gerrard. And I was like, oh my God, this guy has got a point. So, I mean, this team has got no enemy. You got Curtis Jones.
I have a slightly different take to Conor Bradley. I think he is going to be the guy that is going to push Trent Alexander-Arnold to midfield.
Into midfield.
So because Klopp is going to trust him now with the right back role, Conor Bradley, and he's going to make Trent to play further up. And then he's going to develop Conor Bradley. I mean, hopefully, the new manager.
Like understudy, you mean for
exactly. Understudy for Trent, and do exactly what Trent is doing, transitioning like Trent, and into that midfield role, So because that right back role right now that Trent is playing is a very important role. You see, whenever Trent leaves that role and he gets exposed, right? So he needs to trust someone who can do something with it. So I mean, and his link up play, I saw the way that he played even yesterday against Norwich. He was doing the 1-2 pass. He even assisted with the goal. My goodness,
he had 2 assists. Should have had 3 assists because Gakpo missed an open goal. My God, what a performance by the young guy, outside. And then you got, like I said, like Curtis Jones, who's a baller, who for me has to start every game in midfield, probably our best midfielder now. So you've got people coming. And he put the young guy in yesterday. What was his name? James McConnell, and he played outstanding. He played the pass for the opening goal as well. So we've got young players who we have bought. McAllister is 24, Soboslai 22. Of course, Endo is slightly older, but Ryan Gravenberch is 21. And then you have got these academy guys who are 20,
Oh my goodness,
21,
he scored as
22.
well. Huh?
Gravenberch scored as well. And then you've got the attack, which is the new attack now with Gakpo, Diaz, Jota, who plays like prime Robbie Fowler. And then Nunes, man. Nunes has suddenly developed composure in front of goal. He scores goals. His link-up play is good. So, Jurgen Klopp is leaving the team in the best possible shape for the next guy. And that you got to give him kudos. It's selfless, real kudos. He's going to be missed thoroughly. And I think it's going to be I'm going to say it now, man. The last game when I'll probably go down in tears, because this guy has done so much for my beloved club, man. He's made us so brought us on a real high over the last 8 years, and he's such a nice bloke and guy as well. I definitely think I'll be in tears in his final game.
No, me too. Me too. I think it's definitely going to be a very emotional time. Sorry, Ram.
I got to sit in a game with next to you side by side. I want to watch this, and document this for myself, and see that happening. But I mean, having said that, guys, I mean, both of you, of course, I'm sure you guys are very sad as well. I mean, in my opinion.
Yeah, actually, I want your opinion, Ram. We want your opinion from a Man United fan perspective, right? Is it joy that he's going, or having watched his interview and all? Because I hear some people saying now that they actually going to miss this guy. He's such a genuine guy. The league is going to miss this manager. So what are your thoughts? Is it mixed, or what are your thoughts as a United fan?
No, I mean, if I'm speaking truthfully, right, I'm speaking in terms of football first. So if you talk about Premier League, you talk about all these 5 leagues of football. I think he has been one of the managers that have come in with a mission. In every club that he has managed, he is coming to Liverpool. He had a mission, and he's done it so well. I think when Klopp was, of course, Klopp is still manager, but when he started off and when he started proving himself in Liverpool, I think a lot of teams were fearful when they go to Anfield. The presence was a bit overwhelming, I think, and I think definitely that is something that is going to be missed in the Premier League, because you're talking about a manager that can go head to head with Pep, and I think he's the only one that could come close. And put on the feet. So, in my opinion, definitely not the happiest in terms of where football is concerned. But as a United fan, okay, we can say that, oh yeah, we are happy. It's just a way for us just to get things into you. But in truth, we do respect the manager. We do respect Jurgen Klopp. I think there's a lot of things that we wish that we inherited or we had, like what you guys had in Jurgen Klopp. So. It's not something that we are like all and mighty, all happy. But I think the one thing is we will be happier if the next person that takes over Liverpool is not as good as Klopp. That'll be one. But we will also be a bit more fearful if the next person is better and you guys go even further. So you see, it's all in the balance. That's what
I don't think there'll be anyone better than Jurgen Klopp. But you know what's the other thing? That's going to be a shame. You think about if we don't get, because we'll probably have a transition with a new manager and all, right? But if you think about it, right, if we don't have a manager as good as Jurgen Klopp performance-wise moving forward,
the players,
this English Premier League is going to become a farmers' league, like the Bundesliga, because Man City is just going to win every year by about 40 points, 30 points, or what with Pep. So it could actually make the league a very boring league moving forward as well, which is
I know what you mean.
Which is a shame as well.
I know what you mean, but also I have one more question, guys, because I see the players in Liverpool, they really are playing for Klopp, like they really have Klopp in their minds whenever they go on the field, and they're sincerely doing it, right? But this is where the bar is set is so high. The bar is set this high, and the next person that comes in, if he, makes a blunder or if he does not live up to the expectations, I think the players will probably the only downside I see is the players would probably be in revolt and not really want to play. For the manager, and that could be detrimental to you guys.
Actually, I don't think a revolt will ever happen because we don't have players like United. You guys, I don't know how you recruit players like full of jokers like Anthony and Rashford, who's partying in a club the night before a game and all that. We don't have players like that. So I think the attitude all is right. So we'll never have players who will down tools or revolt. But yeah, I mean, Virgil van Dijk just came out today and said, right, he was asked about his future, and he said we'll have to see depending on the manager we bring in. and all that kind of. So he's not committing, which is the right thing to say, because I think that puts pressure on our ownership as well to make sure they make the right decision and hire the right guy for the role. So I like what Virgil van Dijk has done. Actually, he's putting a pressure on ensuring that we get the right man for the job and not just any Tom, Dick, and Harry lah. But let's talk about that lah. Eugene brings it up, Samson, as well. Which manager would you guys like? So what's next for Liverpool, man?
I got 3 candidates I want to put in front first, Kenna.
Jose Mourinho.
Okay, one is Jose Mourinho because he's available, right? It'll be interesting because he managed Spurs, he managed Chelsea, United, and now he could possibly be in Liverpool. That's number one. Second one is Xavi Hernandez because I heard he's also leaving Barcelona end of the season. That's number two. And the third one, of course, the most obvious candidate is Xabi Alonso, who was one of the greatest players that you've had in your team. The 3 candidates seem like they are jobless. I mean, they will be jobless at the end of the season, and they could possibly take up the role. Do you see any of these 3? Be honest, guys. Be honest. Do you see any of these 3 candidates making a possible, making it possible for them to actually have an opportunity to manage Liverpool?
Actually, I haven't answered that, but I want to ask Samson for Samson. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, of course, to be fair, I think among the 3 that you mentioned, I think Xabi Alonso's job is not at risk. He's
flying, man.
He's managing Bayern so well, Leverkusen so well. They are I think the top of the league now. I think
unbeaten still.
Unbeaten. He definitely, I think what Bayer Leverkusen said, I think I read somewhere where if Liverpool approaches him, they're not going to stand in his way.
Yep.
So I think among the 3 that you mentioned, of course, I think the heaviest link is Xabi Alonso. But my personal, looking at all the recruitment that has come, even come to Liverpool, like Brendan Rodgers. You look at all the and also looking at United's way of recruitment from a manager point of view, Ole and all the other managers that came through. Looking at Chelsea, personally, I won't want Xavi to come now yet. That's just
like what Steven Gerrard. You wouldn't want Steven Gerrard to come now.
Not even Steven Gerrard.
No, Steven Gerrard is not a good manager.
He's actually way behind Xabi Alonso. He's actually way behind. He actually started off great at Aston Villa. He went down, and even I don't think he's doing very well in Saudi.
He's doing very badly in Saudi Arabia.
Although surprisingly they extended his contract, but I don't think he's going to do well. I think now because with Jordan Henderson leaving and stuff, then maybe he'll make some changes. Let's see how that goes. But he's way behind Xabi Alonso. That's my point. But I would personally like Pep to be the interim manager, our assistant manager. That's much because he's
going, isn't it? He's been released. He's also left, right? He's also leaving.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? So I don't know that for sure. I was trying to find out if whether when Klopp leaves, will his first team coach, whether anyone will be joining him as well. So I was hoping that Pep Linders actually does stay.
They're all leaving actually. So Pep, Vitor Matos, Peter Kravitz, they're all leaving as well. Apparently the reason for that is because Pep Linders and a couple of the other guys in the backroom staff, they want to pursue a career in management now. So they don't want to be number 2. They want to take up roles as number 1 now. And I think Liverpool is not offering him the number 1 role lah. So that's the reason why he's leaving lah. So your personal preference is Pep lah, Pep Linders.
I would give it to him lah. I mean, I would give him as an interim manager first. Because I think even Ryan Giggs, how they did with Ryan Giggs, he may not have done very well, but they gave him an interim role, so it's in a very respectful way. So tomorrow, if let's say he's not doing very well as well, they probably can bring in someone to still manage the club. But start him off interim, because if they bring in Xabi Alonso now, what I'm afraid of is he'll be another Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, come in and then although he's doing very well at Bayern, he has more experience there.
And his football he's playing is damn good as well in Germany.
But the problem is coming to Liverpool, you've got a lot of big name players you need to manage, right? I don't know if Salah will stay. I doubt it. I doubt Salah will stay another season. So you've got a lot of big name players. You've got a lot of things that it's going to be different managing. By German league football and also the Premier League, it's more intense. So I don't know, but I would I don't know. For me, I would say if there's someone that can come in and slowly we can get Xavi Alonso in, maybe after another 1 or 2 more seasons, that would be great. Because this season, I think he's doing well. He's the top of the league. Maybe another 1 more season to sort of get him into that gear. But yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I think aligned on Xabi Alonso, right? Because I think he's the front runner. He's the bookies' favorite. He's the front runner, and it's also because of his Liverpool history, right? He was a legend at Liverpool, won the Champions League with Liverpool, uh, and apparently he's mentioned it before. His son is a Liverpool fan. He's brought him up as a Scouser. He would love to manage. His dream is to manage Liverpool as well. So
Yeah.
he's the front runner. He's doing really well, unbeaten. His football is brilliant. He seems very calm and composed. I probably would be nice to give him another year, but we don't unfortunately have that luxury because Klopp is leaving now. And the other thing with Xabi Alonso is he's the most sought after manager in the world right now.
Yes.
So my fear is right now Xabi Alonso has said the three clubs the clause that he would like to join are Bayern Munich because he played there, Real Madrid, and Liverpool.
Yep.
Now Bayern have Tuchel. Real Madrid were the favorites, but Real Madrid just extended Ancelotti's contract for another 2 years, I think, 2 or 3 years. So now is the time to get Xabi Alonso because my fear is if it's another year or two, Real Madrid will come calling for him and he'll go to Real Madrid. So it might be the right
hometown
time.
Spain, yeah.
Yeah, so I think, and he's played for them before as well, right? So I think the right time to get Xabi Alonso is now because he has the tools to be able to do well. The other reason why I like Xabi Alonso is because of his history with Liverpool. And as you mentioned, Samson, it's not going to be easy to follow on from Jurgen Klopp. But because Xabi Alonso is a legend of the club, the fans will definitely give him more time. They will give him definitely more time straight away. He'll get more time straight away, which is why, and he understands the club, he understands the fans, he understands the city, which is why I think that could be a fit because after Jurgen Klopp, at least he will be given time. Bearing in mind he's an ex-player. The other person who's actually my favorite, who I would like, apart from Xabi, actually I like him to take on even more than Alonso, is Roberto De Zerbi. I just like De Zerbi a lot, man. I like the football. The guy plays with Brighton. He takes on all the top managers, plays beautiful football.
It could be a possibility, Harry. It could be. Because,
he's also one of the guys in the hunt, and I like De Zerbi, man. And you know what's the other thing I like about De Zerbi? He's done it abroad. He's done it with Shakhtar Donetsk. He did it in Italy. He's done it with Brighton. He's doing it in Europe with Brighton as well. So he's proven himself in the Europa League with Brighton. They topped their group that had Ajax and Marseille in it as well. So they topped the group and went through. So for me, he's proven the fact that he's done it in other leagues. He's done it in the Premier League. He's done it in Europe as well, which is why I think, and he's got a body of work, which is why, and his football is brilliant to watch. So I like De Zerbi. The other thing is, with De Zerbi, we forget that De Zerbi actually manages two Liverpool legends in James Milner and Adam Lallana. So I think the club will definitely ask Lallana and Milner to give them their perspective, what De Zerbi is like, how he manages players. And I think their recommendations could actually help Liverpool make a decision on De Zerbi. So that's why I actually quite like Roberto. And I think James Milner has actually spoken very highly of him as well. So I think the recommendations from these ex-players who also know Jurgen Klopp and all could actually work in De Zerbi's favor. So those are my top two favorites.
De Zerbi is actually in my top list as well. Of course, I wanted Pep first, but then besides Xabi Alonso, I would think he's not yet, but I would think De Zerbi definitely. I like how he manages the players. He actually has very less, but he does so much with it. And I think, but Liverpool is going to be a big test for him because they, like you said, he's not a farmers club where you nurture players and sell it for big money.
United, it's not United.
Hey, stop it, okay, guys.
He's going to come, and this is going to be a real test for him. How to manage big name players. How to, I think another thing that Jurgen Klopp actually does really well. Is if you see how the way Jurgen Klopp actually talks, he carries the players, he carries the club, he carries himself very well. How he breaks down the play. When reporters talk at him, I think all these things play a big part, a very big role. De Zerbi is not that yet. He's not someone who's very good with his words, and he knows how to analyze the game like how Klopp does and stuff like that. So all this will be a bit of a challenge for him, but his football brain is good. I like how he approaches the game. like how he uses Brighton and the players that he has and to win matches.
And another thing with the Zerbi, right? He brings through a lot of youth, which is what Liverpool like to
Yes,
do, like to bring in
yes,
youth. The Zerbi
yeah,
plays a lot of young players from the academy, young players that he brings through. So it's tie in
yeah.
with the Liverpool way of playing and the philosophy. Another shout, by the way, guys, which I've heard about, it's a bit left field, but I've actually heard about is Thomas Frank from Brentford.
Oh,
Hear me out. The
he's a
reason
good
behind
one.
this is apparently,
He's a good call.
apparently,
He's a good call.
he's done obviously very well with Brentford. Brentford play a lot of front foot football, pressing from the front and all that as well. But apparently, Thomas Frank, character-wise, is the closest to Jurgen Klopp in terms of personality. This is what I've heard. So he's a very passionate, energetic guy. He's a very livable guy amongst his players. His players love him. Apparently, the fans love him. So he's got one of those infectious personalities, a bit like Jurgen, and even the passion. So he might be a left field shout, but keep a watch on it. You never know. With a bit more money, he could do wonders as well.
That's the thing with Liverpool, right? You actually, you don't know what's going to happen with them. And any transfer, you never expected McAllister, McAllister to happen, Bosley to happen.
Endo, definitely not. Yeah.
Gravenberch was the only one. We were linked so long, right? Eventually we got it. But so it's going to be like that with the manager as well. We're going to be assuming a lot of things left, right, front, center, but it could be someone like that.
It could be someone totally that left field, someone with totally,
Exactly. So
I really think, guys, I think I hear you guys. What you guys are saying is very, 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 very. I wasn't surprised when Hari shouted out Roberto De Zerbi, because I think, Hari, you've been a fan of him for like the longest time.
Oh, I love De Zerbi.
Even I'm a huge fan of Roberto De Zerbi, right? But yeah, that's a good shout. And of course, you say Thomas Frank. I think I do agree. Thomas Frank does have a very similar type of personality, the type of energy, the type of vibe, that can actually take on that role. But you see, then again, Klopp is leaving behind after 9 years, of good work, blood, tears, and sweat, as you put it, in Liverpool. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm just saying it because, I'm just thinking of it in terms of a big manager, leaving a big club. Don't you think you would need someone with that connections, to have the influence to attract more big name players, that would possibly be the one that takes over the role at Liverpool,
Who
because
are you referring to?
if Jose Mourinho, one of them.
No freaking way.
Okay.
The thing is, we are not run like Man United. We are not run like Man United.
No,
It's
Mourinho,
true. It's true. I'll tell you why.
Mourinho suffered United because
Liverpool will never hire
park
a manager.
Liverpool will never park the bus.
They will never hire a manager who plays defensive football like Conte, Mourinho, number one. Number two, they will never hire an old manager. Liverpool style is always, even players, and they hire a young manager like Brendan Rodgers, like Klopp was quite young, actually. He was only in his late 40s or something when he was hired. They will hire someone like that because they want to make it a long-term project. So they like to give the guy like 6-7 years. So they'll never hire someone too old. And definitely someone not like Mourinho or Conte playing defensive football.
Fine. Drop Mourinho out of this. Then I have one more suggestion. What was that manager, Nagelsmann?
Oh yeah, he's also one that has been named, actually. He's managing Germany now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think Nagelsmann's young, right? Yeah. So it fits the bill, or what you said. I think he could be a good shout coming into Liverpool. I
like Nagelsmann because Nagelsmann football has been really good. He was managing Hoffenheim. The other thing I like about Nagelsmann is his journey is like a bit like Jurgen Klopp in a way, and also because I always feel it's at a club like Liverpool, you shouldn't hire a manager that's just had all good times, because when they have a bad time, I don't know how they will deal with it in Liverpool, a big club like Liverpool, right? And Nagelsmann is a bit like that because he managed Hoffenheim, small club, did really well. Then he went to a medium-sized club in RB Leipzig, did really well. Then he got the Bayern job after really hard work. And then Bayern didn't go so well. But actually, he was doing quite decent at Bayern. But then he just didn't get along with the board at Bayern and all that. I think they just he was a bit of a hippie, because the guy used to come in skates and all that. Because he's a young fella, so it just didn't work out for him at Bayern. And then he got the sack, which I think is good for him because that was his down. That was his
the lowest point.
Yes, so he's gone through the hardship as well. It's not all smooth. He's gone through the hardship, and then now he's taken on the German job until the Euros, right? So Nagelsmann, he's a good shout because he's got a good rapport with his players apparently, and his football is quite good to watch. So he's also someone in the reckoning, I think. Definitely, Julian Nagelsmann.
I guess that's the thing. Right? This is a tricky part about this whole conversation about who's going to come in. The Klopp has set the bar
So
really
high.
high.
Yeah, very high,
I
very
mean,
high.
he may not be winning like Premier League trophies every season, lah. No, but I think like we talked about his charisma, how is he so passionate, what he means to Liverpool, what he has done for the club, how they play football, how they've made it the rivalry between Liverpool and City, made the whole league so interesting, and I think he has really gone all out, and I think whether we go for someone really experienced, or someone young, it's going to be hard to really for them to actually catch up to Klopp. So if we have to start somewhere, I just hope that they find the right person, that can also do the job as a good football brain. But also, I think Liverpool. One thing Klopp is so good at. He's so passionate about his players. He really goes all out for his players. And he doesn't let them down. So I hope that you see managers sometimes putting down their players in the press, and like even I mean again, Ram, I'm not bringing up United for some just giving
Yeah,
an
you are,
example.
you are, you are, you still are. Anyway, go on, say whatever
You
the
know,
hell you
like
want to
like
say.
like Sancho and Eric Ten Hag, those kind of
Yeah.
things, right? So
Rashford,
yeah, Rashford, right? So I mean, name calling and things like that. I think these
Anthony.
are, yeah, these are
Hurry, shut the hell up.
these
Anthony is
are,
a clown, lah. Anthony is a proper clown, lah.
Yeah. I mean, they're
He's
all
got
clowns. I
yesterday,
mean,
I think.
I
Yeah.
don't disagree with that. But this topic is about Klopp and Liverpool. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, it's going to be hard for anyone to come in and fill these shoes. And it's I just hope that I really pray and I hope that they pick the right guy who can at least get the ball rolling. And
Yeah. But if you really want, yeah, go on, Hurry.
I just something to
Yeah.
say. I think the key is the supporters and the players, right? But mainly the supporters, right? Whoever is picked by the board to come in, whoever is coming, I think the one thing we as supporters need to do is we can't compare. We've got to make
Yes,
sure that Jurgen's gone is in the past. We shouldn't straight
exactly.
away be comparing. Oh, this guy is not like
Good
Jurgen. He
point.
doesn't talk like him. He doesn't play. Once we start comparing, nothing's going to match up to Klopp. Like Klopp is right here, right? So
Yeah,
we got to
yeah,
first thing we got to do as fans, we got to stop comparing. It's a clean slate. Number two, we got to stop comparing the football that's being played with Jurgen Klopp, because obviously the guy is going to have his own style, own principles. We stop comparing.
that's the
And the
problem.
third thing is patience, lah, bro. We need to give the new guy patience, lah. Like really patience to implement his style, his strategy, and not like constantly be watching over him like hawks. Like, oh, you're
Yeah,
not doing it like Klopp, that kind of thing. I think that
yeah.
would be key, lah.
You really hit it on the nail, Hari. And the thing is, the problem is the people are like that,
Yep.
and that's what's going to happen. And I just hope that it's not going to be so bad, because again, Ram, I'm sorry to bring this up again. When Alex Ferguson, when he left and he brought in Moyes, everyone thought it's going to be a perfect transition. Alex Ferguson came, gave the speech, introduced Moyes, blah blah blah, but everyone started comparing, right? The style
Yeah.
of football, because it was such a standard that was set by Ferguson for so many years, and Moyes couldn't do the job. But when he went to West Ham and all these other things, he's doing well, But then again, that's also Moyes as a manager, right? But the problem is that's how people are. They're going to be comparing.
I
They're
think I
going
think
to
the one
be.
thing I'll add to the Alex Ferguson, I mean, we don't know, right? We have to wait and watch. But the one difference I will say, people keep bringing this up now, right? Is sorry to have a go at you, Ram, again here, lah, but I mean, let's hear me out, lah. But
It's
Alex
always the case
Ferguson, right?
anyway. Why? Go on.
Alex Ferguson, right? Anyone who watched that time, Alex Ferguson left the team in a worse state. Actually, the United
Yeah,
squad
it's
when he
opposite.
left
Yeah.
was a poor squad. Was the squad he left behind was an aging squad. Was quite a poor squad of
Yeah.
players
Yeah.
for Moyes. The good thing Jurgen is doing, he's leaving a squad full of promise, exciting talent, youth along the way as well. Which is why I feel if they get the appointment right, we shouldn't be going through a downhill. We might like go through a bit of a transition, but I think we won't like slide as long as the
You know,
appointment is the right appointment.
you know, I totally agree with you on that, Harry. I mean, I'm speaking in a football sense, right? But if I'm going football first, I think what I'm really hoping for, I still think Klopp has a very, I still have a very very high respect for Klopp, and because I'm an England fan, I hope that he could take on the England job. In my opinion, in
Yeah,
some
me
ways,
too.
No,
because
he
because
won't. he won't. You know why? Because Germany after him, and if he had to choose between the two, he'll choose
Yeah,
he'll choose
yeah,
three.
yeah. Of course. But of course, I do hope that that's the case.
And England
If
will never get over the fascination of Southgate, lah. So for some reason, they will always keep him
unless
there,
they
lah.
win the Euros, lah. If they win the Euros, then okay, lah. We can stick with Southgate, lah. But if not, means you want to go step up. Jurgen Klopp will step up. But I think based on what both of you said, Hari and Samson, also Lakshan, I think Lakshan has a comment. It's not important what people think.
No, this is
when you come
exactly
in.
what Jurgen said when he arrived, right? It's not
Yeah.
important what people think of you when you come in. It's more important what they think of you when you leave.
When you
And
leave,
it's- and he's leaving on absolutely truer words haven't been spoken. Like he's leaving, like right at the top, like he's now leaving us in good state with the squad, able to compete on all fronts each year. Excellent point, Lakshan. Yeah, go ahead, Ram.
Yeah, but I think based on what both of you said and analyzing the fact that you guys are looking for someone that can really take on and get the ball rolling, get the ball rolling. So I think if you guys really land Xabi Alonso now, especially when he's on a high, I think you guys are going to be on a very your transition period is going to be perfect because he's on a high. Jurgen Klopp leaves on a high, and everything will be smooth sailing. But here's the thing, right? When you have a new manager, obviously whatever that has been going on currently is going to take a very big dip, eventually, and you guys might be very disappointed with certain results and things like that. But I think having said that, United fans might hate me for saying this, but I think you guys have it better in a sense that you guys can probably overcome it faster than what we have been doing. So in that sense, I don't think Liverpool fans or the new manager would have so much to worry about. Or in fact, the board or whatever that you guys have is not as bad as what we have. So I think there's a lot of possibilities, but I do think Xabi Alonso would be a good would make an instant impact if he was the one that is
The thing about Xabi Alonso and Samson, think about this, right? What could Xabi Alonso, based on his playing career and the kind of player he was, the skill set, what could he do with like Trent, McAllister, Sobos, like the kind of knowledge that he can impart to them from a midfield point of view and passing perspective? Could be invaluable for them and take their game to the next level. So that's a good shout.
And Xabi wasn't playing, he didn't not too long ago,
Yep.
So technically from that point, Klopp was like ages, so in that sense, I think he has felt more, he has won more trophies in a sense as a player and coming in fresh and bringing in all these fresh and new ideas and things like that. But
I think the players will have instant respect for him because of the career he had and the legend he was.
Yeah, exactly. And I do agree. So it's just that, as you said, another point is he is right now most sorted out manager. Real Madrid is going to be looking out for him, because Ancelotti is also getting older. So I'm sure they are going to look out for someone to replace him. And Liverpool definitely is eyeing him as well. So maybe like I say, but if you ask me personally, I would want to give him I would let him grow in Bayer Leverkusen for another 1 to 2 more seasons. Let's see how that goes. Consistent is key. The key consistent here is actually the key here is actually consistency. So it's just making sure you play every season in and out. Trying to also another thing that Klopp has is because of his name. Players want to come and play for Liverpool.
Yeah. That's true, man.
We may be fixed 5th, 6th, 7th in the league, but because Jurgen Klopp is calling, they will come.
Yep.
So these are the things that there's a lot to think about. There's a lot. So I'm just hoping that they make the right decision. And let's see how we go.
You think the Klopp end is going to be called the Klopp end instead after he leaves?
I won't be surprised, right? Because Liverpool is known for doing this. They may name a street in the training area, Jurgen Klopp or something. They will do something to sort of.
Yeah. I mean, Robbie Fowler is asking for the Klopp to be renamed the Klopp. I think it might be difficult, but if it happens, it may be absolutely brilliant. Let's see. But anyway, that was an awesome chat, guys, about Jurgen Klopp. How much he means to us, and obviously him saying bye to the club, and obviously what's next for Liverpool as well. And it was awesome having Samson on to share his thoughts as well, man. Samson, really good having you on, brother.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, it's really good having you on, Samson, and thank you for giving me that bullish, treatment for United.
I mean,
that's
hey,
the
bro.
thing.
Okay, let's look about it, lah. Okay, this show was to talk about Klopp. So what better way, than to also bring up a bit of United, kind of, just talking
Banter,
about
banter, banter into
yeah,
it. Yeah,
banter,
yeah,
Yeah,
sure, sure,
exactly.
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
always
Yeah,
going to be 2 against 1. Damn it, should have had another United
always,
fan
brother,
come on.
always, always,
start winning
always.
matches. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Of course, people
Anyway,
just
Ram,
want
over to
to
you,
FA
bro.
Cup. Yeah, guys. So, Samson, once again, thank you so much for coming on. Harry, as always, amazing. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, share our video. And of course, we will bring you more content coming on. So, here
Yeah,
is
guys,
signing off.
please like the
Yeah,
stream, please subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments below as well.
exactly. So, signing off from the Plot Malaysia. Goodbye, Samson. Goodbye, Harry. This is the show for the fans.
Bye, the fans. Ciao,
yeah.
guys.